Hello, everybody. My name is Jessie Tarian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I'm located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room, we do all things paper craft. Hello, welcome. If you are joining me from YouTube, hi, how you doing? I have a phenomenal card for us today. I'm going to give it just a few minutes for my besties to find me. When you're in, say hello, leave you know, a comment. Let me know where you're joining us from. And just in case you're catching the replay, if it doesn't say live up over here, it means you're watching a replay. So let's see who's on. Hey, Mom. Hey, Pam. Hello, hello. Hello, Sandra. Welcome in. I'm happy you remembered to come in and watch too. I have a great card for us. Well, it's going to be the sketch. This is the first time I've taken one of my sketches and printed it, and we're going to recreate it live. I'm so excited. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, like I said, and today is a special day for us. It is a brand new catalog day. We've had two kits um, drop. We've had online exclusives, like all new products. And until now, I haven't been able to show it online, the catalog. So today we'll get to do that. So it's super exciting. Now, a little bit about me for my new followers. Um, I live in Las Vegas and I've been doing this channel for about 6 years almost, give or take. I love to create cards. I'm in it to make friends. If you are already a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you are welcome here. If you have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, that's fine. If you see anything that you like and you want to order it, please go to your demonstrator and show them some love. If you don't have a demonstrator and you see something you like, please consider me. That's all I ask. Okay, so we're going to have some fun tonight. And I think enough of us are in that I'm just going to get started. Hey, Martha, welcome in. Hi, Antonella. Hi, Sherry. Okay. I like to just give it a few minutes. Sometimes internet is weird. So, okay, I am going to flip down and I will show you what we're going to use in the card tonight. All right, so here we go. New catalog. I bought a new binder machine because I want to make booklets for the retreat that I'm doing. And so I bound my catalog to practice and put a cover on it. Here she is. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, of course. I'm just going to go through what we're using tonight. So it's the Moonlit Flora Suite. We've got paper, stamp set, dies, gems. It's really pretty. I am digging the darker palette and the misty vibes, mystical vibes. I really love it. And let me show you the card. Okay. So let me move this out of the way. Here's the card. So if you remember, if any of you saw Sunday's sketch, I printed it out, okay? And I went off of these instructions just to check my work, right? And so what I'm going to show you tonight, I've pre-cut some of this stuff because we don't need, everybody knows pretty much how to cut paper. But what I don't go through here is how to use your cardstock and cut it to get the full card base out of one sheet of 8.5 by 11. Okay, so we're going to do that together. And there you go. I love this set also because it had the 3 sentiments, so it went really nicely. But if you're a bestie who likes to write a lot, write your notes, I also put a panel on the back just so I would have that writing room. Okay, so that is that. And I'll show you really quick. So we have some really pretty gems. I don't know the names of things, guys. So dewdrops embellishments is what these are called. Very pretty. They coordinate with the colors, right? So we have our dies, and we're going to be using quite a few of these ferns tonight, and the butterfly or moth. I guess it would be a moth. And then the stamps, or no, that's the dies. This is a beautiful embossing folder. We're not using it tonight, but we will use it in the future. And then the fern and flora stamp set we will use. And then of course the paper. So I think I have all that going on. I don't think I forgot anything. For all my new besties, I'm a little bit of a hot mess express, but you know, we get the job done. Don't judge me. So here we go. All right. Are you liking the cards? Let's see. Okay, I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. Now, when you create your card, go off of whatever designer series paper you use. The template will work for anything, so you just um, choose your patterns and that kind of stuff. All right, let me get myself situated. So I'm going to put this in the shot, and just in case, let me see. I think it's 5. Okay, screenshot this if you would like to refer back to it later. That's just a close-up of the paper I'm using. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your 8.5 by 11 cardstock and you're going to cut it long ways at 5.5. Save this piece, you're going to need it. Now we're going to quarter turn that and we're going to do our scoring. So score it at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 1/4, and 7. Let me throw out my arm real quick. Now, I did have a question. Why didn't I make this base 4 1/4, which would be the typical A2 size card, right? It would be 4 1/4 by 5.5. Well, I left it like this because my card became so thick that when I tried a base at 4 1/4, it was kind of tight to get it in there, and really it's gonna bulge anyway. Um, but it just fit better at 4. So you could adjust that, just add an extra 1/4 inch if you wanted. Now, we'll put this to the side for a minute and we're going to take that piece we cut off. It's already 3 inches wide. So we're just going to, on the long side, cut it at 6 inches. And then we're going to score it in the half, you know what I mean, at 3. Okay, so this is going to create the V front panel of our card. Now you have this piece left over, and I used it to cut some of my ferns and embellishments out. Or it's a big enough piece you could save it for another project, okay? So that is how you cut your card base and get all the pieces you need for the card base with one piece of cardstock. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, grab your bone folder and we're going to fold mountain, and we're going to do an accordion. Okay, so valley, so it's mountain, valley, mountain, valley. All right. And just give everything a good crease down. I like to flip it around. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my pre-cut pieces of the card. You're going to find what you need on this sketch. Okay, right here, designer series paper, DSP. A lot of people didn't know what that was. I guess it's just a Stampin' Up! Term, and I assumed it was universal. So I will change that in my sketches going forward so everybody knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, I did something extra that's not on that sheet. I matted all my designer series paper. It just elevates your card and it gives it a nice look. It's optional. You definitely don't have to do it, but it's just really just gives it that little something extra. So how you do that is you take the size of your whatever sheet you want to mat, whatever piece, and you add either a 1/16 of an inch all the way around, or it's easier just to add an eighth. So if you're cutting this, just make it an eighth of an inch wider and an eighth of a width longer. And then you're going to center it, which will give it that nice thin 1/16 of an inch border all the way around. Okay. Now, most of us are card makers, so you you already knew that, but some people might not. They might be new. So that's what we're doing. So if I asked you guys, how are you doing today? What's going on? Anything good? How's your weather out there? Ours is beautiful. It's been cool and breezy. It's our last few days of cool before the heat comes, I feel like. So we're just enjoying it here in Vegas. Okay, so this is my card base, or it would basically be like the card insert, but you're going to be able to see it a little bit, so we want it decorated. I'm just kind of sticking down my pieces. Okay, so now we have our cardstock. Now, our mats and our paper. Now, what I did was, let me lay these out. I cut the paper so that it's going to do one continuous seam, right? So let me lay it out. So when I'm gluing them, see how that was the piece of paper. I cut it into strips. Now we're going to mount them and put them on our just like this. So I also have a YouTube channel where I upload the lives so that it is a kind of like a resource file for all the cards that we do so that you can go back at any time because Facebook only keeps these videos up for 30 days. So you can go over there, but a lot of my besties like to put them on like a larger, like their TV or something when they're watching. So that is Jessie's Cards and Crafts, 1949. Don't ask me why they put that date on there, but maybe there was another Jessie's Cards and Crafts. Who knows? And I've taken all the suggestions everybody's giving me on the card sketches. I made the sketch for Sunday today. I took all of the things that I learned into consideration, and I'm pretty proud of it. I think you guys are going to be excited. I'm definitely getting more comfortable working with the technology and making them. I used to do card sketches just the fronts, never a fun fold because I couldn't figure out how to properly show it. But because I'm going to do a fun fold class at retreat, I needed to make a book, you know, to go with. And I was like, well, I guess I'm learning. We're going to figure this out. And I'm getting there. I'm taking you guys along on the ride. Okay. All right. So we have one continuous picture. And if I had thought about it, it would have been really cool if it continued into here, but I'm not mad at it that it doesn't. You really can't tell. Okay, let's do some stamping. See how easy this comes together when you're just working it. Okay, let me grab the pieces that we need. So I'm going to be using some Old Olive, which is my card base color, and some black memento. And I gotta show you this. Okay, so I have a little storefront in my home, just cash and carry stuff, but I wanted like little branded things just for funsies. So I made these little stickers to put in the magnetic trays, and they work. Like, I don't know if I have a, I do have a die. Of course I have a die. Like, I'm never going to lose anything ever again. It just sticks in there. Isn't that great? So, it's just for funsies. But anyway, it collapses and stuff, and I'm figuring it out, guys. I'm never going to lose anything, I swear. If you're new here, you have no idea what my ladies witness, what happens on this channel. It's wild. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can. I almost thought I lost the stamp set. I was going to say, man, that was short-lived. All right, here we go. So all of our stamps are photopolymer, and you have to use an acrylic block with them. And this is a fairly new set, so it's very sticky. But, oh, hold on, I gotta grab something. I'm gonna grab my silicone mat. When you're using photopolymer stamps, you really want a cushion underneath them to give you a nice crisp look, whether that's a silicone mat or your catalog or a stack of copy paper, whatever you got. Trust me, it's worth taking the time and doing it. So I'm just doing some light decorative stamping first. And let's see, I'm just going to put a little down here. We don't need a lot. We don't need to overkill it. And then I want to do my moths. Now I used to stamp on the paper and then cut it out with the dies, but lately, and I don't know why, it just seems easier to me to cut out and then stamp, which now that I've said that, I probably won't be able to line it up, but you know, here we are. So let's see. Especially with the smaller images. Perfect. See that? Now, what I found was putting light paper on a darker surface helped me to line it up a little easier. I'm kind of going fast, but there you go. Yay! Guys, are you impressed? I know. I can't believe it. All right, and let me grab this piece. We're going to do the frame. So I did not post a Monday schedule, and I apologize for that. My plans kind of shifted, but I'm so thankful that I am here to spend it with you. And so I think we're going to go live. We went live today, and we're going to go live Thursday with another card, another new set, and at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Okay? So if you have a good time and you want to hang out, I would love to have you. All right. Let me see. So this one goes on the inside of the card. This one. Okay. And I want to put this one. This is such a pretty bestie card. You know what I mean? Just gorgeous. So let me put it, you want to put your sentiment kind of to the right because we're going to be decorating the left-hand side of the card. So you make the world a better place. And then in this little one, try to keep it straight. You're an amazing friend. And then thankful for you. See, all goes together. Okay, so I think that's all the stamping I have to do. I might do some on that back panel, but right now this seems good. Let me just, I'm going to bring my Big Shot in, or my cut and emboss, excuse me, in real quick. Does anyone have any questions? Do the dies cut any images in the paper? Oh, that's a good question, Sherry. Um, I have not tried it. So that's something we'll have to look at. I'll do it when we get the card put together. We'll pull the paper and we'll look real quick. Isn't that funny? Great minds think alike. My spidey senses were tingling. I knew someone was asking a question. Okay, so just line that right up, cut out our tag, and now we have all our pieces. Get that out of the way. Okay, and clean up my area. I start out so clean, and by the end of my card making, it looks like a bomb went off. You feel me? It's crazy. Okay, so I have all my pieces. Let me glue this down. We have really nice, thick cardstock, but when you mat your pieces like this and you layer everything, it is so nice, like thick and strong. It's like good quality. You know what I mean? Very nice. I don't know why, but that's my jam. I don't want a flimsy card. That's what I'm telling you. So I just took a piece of the scrap. No reason for the back not to be decorated, right? There we go. And we're going to put this on here. There we go. Perfect. Now we have all our little pieces. So I pulled in every card making I do. I always pull in at least one retired item, not to give you sadness because you can't get it anymore, but to remind you we buy all this beautiful stuff and useful stuff and stamps and ink and paper. Get into your craft stash and use it. That's what you got it for, okay? So I just like to give that reminder because I am guilty of it myself. I buy stuff when it's brand new, I use it, I file it away, and I never, we never hear from it again. And one day I just decided, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. We are going to start using it. Okay. And then this is our inside piece. Okay. So we're going to glue this straight down to the left side of your V. Do the same thing on the right side with the other piece. Okay, now I'm going to grab some double-sided foam dimensionals. I'm going to stick those down. And I'm going to grab some of my ferns. And I love these little curlicue ones. I have never seen those in nature, but so cool. Okay. We're just going to kind of layer them. Like that. Okay. Now we're going to take our sign, and then we'll have to decide where do we want our little moth. Now on the example card, I did it on the bottom, but I kind of have this one lower. Hard decisions, you know? Nope, we're going to put it over there. And I just bent up the wings a little bit for some lift, and I'm going to glue the body flat down. There you go. Okay, now on the side here, we're going to put the rest of our ferns. Try not to cover up your words. There we go. Just going to pop it on like that. All right. We are in the home stretch now. Okay. Now, when you adhere your V to your panel, what I would suggest, put glue on the edge like that. Center this first, right in the middle of that base piece where you want it. Try to keep it straight. Fold down your accordion. Now you're going to take glue and repeat the process. Okay, you're going to close it like that. Now, you have a little bit of wiggle room with that wet adhesive. So if you need to shimmy it so that it's straight, make sure it's lined up. Just give it a second to let the glue set up. Like that. Now we're going to put our adhesive on the inside panel. You want to center that as best you can. You know, eyeball it. Make sure that your middle panel covers it. And once you get it perfectly straight and where you want it, just give it a pat down. All right. So the last thing we have to do is just bling up our card. Super easy. Let me grab that in my Hot Mess Express pick. And I just like to go panel for panel. And stick them on. Dark one. All right. Do you guys love this paper? It's my new favorite, I have to say. It's gorgeous. Okay. All right. And there we go. One card done. And then it's going to sit up really pretty like that. Now let me bring in a sketch. And that was for me doing the measurements along with this sketch. So hopefully you try this. If you do, we want to see it. Please share it to the page. And everybody, go take a look. Give our brave besties some love and tell them what a great job they're doing. Please. So there we go. We did it. All right. Let me flip up real quick. All right, we're back, guys. Um, oh, cool. Okay. I will never remember that name, but Sandra, thank you. Are those in your area? Where are you coming to us from? Or did you just see them? You like the paper, Sherry? Hi, Tammy. Did I say hey? How you doing? All right, so that's what we have. Thursday, I have a little surprise for you guys. My friend Alexis made me a theme song. And so I'm super excited. It is hilarious. So we'll listen to it on Thursday at 6. And you can tell me what you think if this is my theme song. I think it is. I think it's pretty good. So, all right. I think that's it for me tonight. As always, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the comments. Mwah! There we go.